We're catching up with Shanti inside the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Hi, Shanti.
Hi, Kong.
Always good to see you.
Same here.
You have a brand new song out called Up on the Roof.
Up on the Roof.
Yeah, why did you choose that song?
Well, originally I loved the version that Tuck and Patty did. And when the opportunity came to do a song with Philip Wu, who played piano on this tune, this was a song it was one of the first songs we played together at our live shows. So it was like something we've known from before, and it was like something that we wanted to go back to and try recording. And
it sounds absolutely great, and that's because of some kind of special speakers that you used or something like that? What am I understanding about that?
This recording came about really naturally. Philip and I were involved in a seminar for amphibian loudspeakers.
I see. And where was this?
This was in Tokyo, at Onkyo House.
Onkyo House, yes.
At a really prestigious recording studio.
Now, the song Up on the Roof, of course, is a Carole King, Jeffrey Geffen classic, right?
Yes.
Have you ever experienced being up on the roof? Have you ever actually lived out that song?
Yes, I have, and I think that song relates to a lot of people right now in the present as well. So, great songs never get old.
That's true.
And that's why I do covers.
And I think after this interview, we will actually be going up on the roof.
Up on the roof? Where?
Here at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. By the way, you're the first guest on this new program we're calling Japan Tonight. Congratulations for being our very first guest.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And of course, you have many other shows coming up. We recently had a chance to meet up at Billboard Live in Osaka because you were doing a live show there with two very interesting artists, a cello player and a violin player, right?
Yes. That was with the string duo Shimizu Nishiya, and right now I've been actually doing a lot of collaborations with different artists from different genres, so to speak. So these are classical musicians who usually play in a classical orchestra, and their duo is completely different from what they play in their classical field. And for me, exploring music with musicians of different background is a really great opportunity and something that enhances my music and makes me grow as an artist too. So that's what I've been doing recently. Up until now, from 2010 to 2016, my main thing was recording music, recording. Now it's a lot of touring and a lot of collaborations, and I have a separate project in LA with an LA producer.
Wow.
And we wrote the songs in LA, and we have 2 music videos in the works.
In the works, okay.
In the works.
As they say.
In the works, and we hope to release them close to the end of 2018.
And please keep us informed as to when they come out. Now, didn't I read somewhere that your song became a #1 hit here in Japan?
Okay, so the DSD single.
DSD. What is DSD?
DSD just means that it's like very, very high resolution music. So it's about 265 times more than what you would hear on CD. And the thing with MP3 downloads, you don't get the whole music data.
Oh, sure.
So actually, did you know that your brain is working hard to fill in those blanks? So when you're listening to music, you really want to be relaxing, but your brain is actually working hard to fill in the blanks of what you don't hear. It's actually like looking at a photo with very few pixels.
Oh, I see.
You see? So just like we have like 4K and
8K now.
8K now, yeah. So music has become like high res.
I see.
And with the ambient loudspeakers, with the seminar, we were trying to demonstrate the importance of hearing the full sound and the full natural sound. So the seminar, I wasn't actually intending to release this as a single when at the time of the seminar, but it was just a wonderful take all the engineers who came to see and who came to the seminar were actually inside the studio.
Oh, yeah, I saw the video.
Inside the studio,
yes.
on the side of where we were recording.
Yes, I saw
So it was
that.
almost like an in-house, like live performance for me. Very different from what I usually do in the studio. So
Philip Wu on the piano.
Philip Wu on the piano, me on vocals, maybe 15 or so engineers, people who are really, like people who have great ears are inside the room listening to me recording, you know.
That was an amazing piece, and I'm sure we can find that online. I guess our viewers can find that. What do we search for?
Okay, so currently, originally the DSD single hit #1 on the Eonkyo chart. The Eonkyo is a download site specifically for high res and DSD high resolution downloads. And it hit #1 probably because there's a growing niche of people who desire better sound quality.
Well, for me, I just like the part where I don't have to make my brain work so hard, or fill in the gaps, you know.
I don't think people are aware of that.
No, I don't think so.
It's an interesting piece of information.
That is good information.
And recently, I was at the Tokyo International Forum. There was a festival called Ototen, which is a festival of all the companies that have anything to do with sound and sound production. And so I was there at the Eonkyo. It was sort of like it wasn't a seminar, it was like they were demonstrating what it was like to hear a DSD song being played through really high-end speakers. So I had maybe an audience of maybe like 50 to 60 people just like walking in, and we talked about what DSD is, we talked about what high-res is, and then we listened and compared different songs and how they differ. And this was one of the songs.
And that's where you learned about filling in the gaps, the digital thing?
Well, this was from before. I had my fan base are high-end audio listeners, so I've had all my albums fill number one to 6 for 2 weeks straight. All of my albums were up in the charts on the Eonkyo download site, and because of the way I am really involved in the sound production of my albums, I have this growing niche of fans who love high-end audio. So I already knew about this high-end audio stuff from before, from previous interviews I've done with sound magazines and car audio magazines and things. And I've had a love for high-end audio. So it came about really naturally. So that's how I know about the thing I was telling you about.
Thank you for enlightening us about that. The picture of you, by the way, on that your new album, that's a great picture of you.
Thank you.
I do love that picture. And how did you celebrate when your song became #1? What did you do that night, or what did you? How did you celebrate that? Because it was a momentous event, right?
I was surprised because it was a single, it wasn't an album, and it was the first time releasing a song on DSD. I've done the normal high-res downloads, but not the DSD version, which is like the highest within the high-res. So I told all my friends and my family, and I think that was about it. I didn't really go out and celebrate or have champagne or anything.
Well, you can do that after this show tonight, and please do. You got to celebrate when something like that happens. Did you get a phone call from your manager or a phone call from the record company, and they say, "Hey, Shanti, your song is #1"?
Well, I got an email from the Eonkyo people letting me know that my song was #1. A lot of fans took photos of their iPhone screen, like a screenshot, and they sent me photos because at the time I was in LA doing a separate project.
Wow.
So I was like, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So I was already heading on this new project, and then something that I just finished was #1. So it was like a wonderful moment.
Congratulations
So
on
happy.
that. Shanti, thank you very much for joining us here on The Kong Show on the brand new Japan Tonight website.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.